Kings Dominion, a park in Doswell, Virginia, has been open since 1975. The park has been owned by multiple different companies during its 48 years of operation. One of America's biggest and best amusement park chains, Cedar Fair, purchased the property in 2006. This park's history is filled with great attractions and some of the best coasters around. Although many of the park's rides and attractions are very iconic, Cedar Fair recognized that the park needed a big standout attraction. Cedar Fair wanted to add a ride to the park that would bring guests from all over the world to this small town outside of Richmond, Virginia. In 2010, Kings Dominion would open Intimidator 305. Standing at 305 feet tall and reaching speeds of up to 90 miles an hour, it was the second Giga Coaster to be built in North America, following Millennium Force at Cedar Point, which was built in the year 2000. The $25 million investment was the largest of any ride in the park's history. Intimidator 305 was considered by amusement park enthusiasts to be one of the most anticipated new roller coasters of 2010. The coaster would be a mix between the previously mentioned Millennium Force as well as Maverick, both of these coasters located at Cedar Point. Intimidator 305 would have the height that Millennium Force has, as well as the quick transitions and fast-paced maneuvers found on Maverick. So what made this coaster's history so interesting? This is Historic Coasters. Kings Dominion announced plans on August 20th, 2009 to build a new roller coaster called Intimidator 305 for the 2010 season. The new ride would be a Giga Coaster model from Swiss manufacturer Intamin. Themed to racing, the coaster is named after the late NASCAR driver Dale Earnhardt, who was commonly known as the Intimidator. Intimidator 305 would have a first drop of 300 feet, which reaches a maximum descent angle of 85 degrees. Its unique lift hill structure only utilizes 2 points of support at the hill's crest. Kings Dominion broke ground on June 1st, 2009, with the first track pieces arriving several days later. On August 19th, 2009, the first pieces of steel were put into place. 305-foot lift hill was topped off only a few months later in November. Construction continued through the winter and was completed on January 9th, 2010. First test runs began on March 14th, 2010, and Kings Dominion announced that the ride was complete 2 weeks later. Intimidator 305 opened to the public on April 2nd, 2010. As the park's 14th roller coaster. It's located in the Jungle Expedition section of the park near Anaconda on the former site of the Safari monorail ride. Intimidator 305 was not the only roller coaster themed to Dale Earnhardt, as 2 had opened in 2010. The other was Intimidator, a hypercoaster manufactured by B&M at Carowinds, another Cedar Fair park. The ride originally ran at a top speed of 92 miles per hour, which was achieved on the 270-degree right turn immediately after the first drop. Some riders experienced problems on that turn because of extremely high positive Gs produced by the ride's original design. Riders reported symptoms of graying out or blacking out, a brief loss of vision or consciousness depending on the severity. To lower the number of occurrences, King's Dominion reduced the coaster's maximum speed by temporarily installing trim brakes on the first drop. During the following off-season, the coaster's first turn was completely redesigned, resulting in a wider turn radius and fewer G-forces. The major modification was expensive, costing nearly $5 million. However, this modification allowed them to remove the trim brakes off of the first drop, returning the ride to its original maximum speed of 90 miles an hour. For the ride experience, once the train is dispatched, the train ascends the 45-degree lift hill at 13.2 miles per hour to a maximum height of 305 feet. Once the train crests the top of the lift hill, the train descends down the 300-foot, 85-degree drop, reaching speeds of up to 90 miles per hour. The drop is steep enough and sudden enough that riders towards the back of the train are thrown out of their seats into the restraints. The train turns right into a 270-degree turn before ascending the 150-foot airtime hill under the lift hill. The train then descends into a high-speed bunny hop right before entering another high-speed turn. Riders then maneuver through a series of sharp, twisted turns before entering the final high-speed turn. The train then climbs another airtime hill with brakes, followed by another airtime hill before entering a final twisted section and then climbing a small twisted bunny hop into the magnetic brakes, completing the ride experience. Overall, Intimidator 305 provides one of the most intense ride experiences you can find. It may get mixed reviews, but is still considered by most people to be the best coaster at the park. This ride is a coaster enthusiast's dream, and that's why Intimidator 305 is such a historic coaster. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.